You have worked hard all year, saved up a nice nest egg, and you have parked a good chunk of it in a fixed deposit, thinking you are making a smart move. Then tax season rolls around. You pull up your statements ready to file, and your jaw hits the floor. The income figure staring back at you is way more than what you actually earn. No, you did not win the lottery. You have just walked into a tax nightmare courtesy of your own bank. This is not some made up horror story. It happened to a young professional we will call Priya. A tiny clerical error by her bank on the interest she earned from an FD snowballed into a huge tax headache complete with a scary notice from the income tax department. And believe me, this is not a freak accident. It is a growing problem that could easily happen to you. So, today we are going to break down how your bank can accidentally land you in hot water with the taxman, and I will give you a step by step playbook to stop it from happening or fight back if it already has. Section 1, the problem: how your income magically doubles. So, how does your income get inflated on a tax form? The main villain here is something called a tedious mismatch. It sounds technical, but let us make it simple. When you earn interest on a fixed deposit, the law requires your bank to cut a slice of that interest as a tax before you even see it. This is called tedious or tax deducted at source. For every interest, this is usually 10% if your interest income for the year goes over 50,000. For senior citizen, that limit is 1 lakh. The bank is supposed to send this tax money to the government for you. To make sure everything is above board, the income tax department has two key documents you can check: Form 26S and Annual Information Statement or AIS. Think of Form 26S as your tax passbook. It is a statement showing all the taxes paid to the government against your PAN card. This includes TDS from your salary, your bank, and any advance tax you have paid yourself. When you file your tax return, the TDS you claim should perfectly match what is in your Form 26S. Then you have the AIS. This is a newer, more detailed report. Think of it as a tax department's financial diary about you. The AIS shows not just your tax reduction but also a whole lot more, like the gross interest from your bank that has paid you, your dividends you got, stock market trade, and so on. The nightmare starts when these two documents don't line up. Let us say your bank deducts the TDS, but because of a simple mistake, maybe they typed your PAN wrong, or were late in depositing the TDS, or just messed up the paperwork, that tax payment does not show up correctly in your Form 26S. So, what does the income tax department's automated system see? It looks at your AS and sees the bank reported paying you, say, 80,000 in interest. Then it checks your Form 26S to confirm that the bank paid 8,000 in TDS on your behalf. But because of the bank's error, your Form 26S is blank for that transaction. The system automatically assumes you got 80,000 in income but never paid tax on it. When you file your return and claim that TDS, the system flags a mismatch, rejects your claim, and suddenly you are on the hook for more tax plus interest. Just like that, it looks like you have been hiding income and you have been asked to pay tax on money that was already taxed. Section 2, the agitation. Why this is a big deal? You might be thinking it is just a clerical error. How bad can it be? The answer is pretty bad. The first thing that will happen is you will get a tax demand notice. When your TDS claim is denied, the tax department system recalculates what you owe without giving you credit for the tax your bank already took. You will get an official notice, usually under Section 143(1), showing a tax demand, often with interest tacked on. This is where the real stress kicks in. The burden of proof is now completely on you to prove the tax was paid, even when the government's own records are wrong. You are basically treated as guilty until proven innocent. If you ignore the notice, the demand will only grow, penalties can be added, and it can even mess with your credit score. Plus, any legitimate tax refund you were waiting will be stuck in limbo until this is sorted out. And it is getting tougher. The income tax department now uses powerful AI systems like Project Insight that sift through massive amounts of data to find exactly this kinds of discrepancies. A tedious mismatch is a giant red flag for this system. The days of small errors flying under the radar are long gone. Today, even tiny mismatch are caught, and you find yourself in a frustrating battle against an automated system. The worst part, it is not even your fault. It is the bank's mistake, but you are once stuck with the sleepless nights and a fear of an unfair tax bill. Section 3, the solution, your step by step battle plan. Okay, take a deep breath. It sounds like a mess, but there is a clear way to fix this. More importantly, the law is on your side. Here is your 4 step plan to tackle a tedious mismatch. Step 1, become a tax detective. First things first, you need to gather your evidence. Log into the official income tax e-filing portal. You will find options to view your Form 26S and your annual information statement under the e-file menu. Download both of this for the financial year in question. Now compare them side by side with your TDS certificate from the bank, that is Form 16A for FD interest, and your bank statement. Pinpoint the exact problem. Is the TDS amount wrong? Is the entry missing entirely from your 26S? Take screenshot and save everything. This is your proof. Whatever you do, do not file your tax return using the wrong information, hoping it will just sort itself out. It won't. Step 2, go to the source, your bank. This is the most important step. The bank made the mistake and only the bank can fix it. You need to officially tell them to file a revised TDS return. Do not just waste your time with a customer care call. Go to the branch in person, or even better, write a formal email to the branch manager. Use a clear subject line like urgent TDS mismatch in Form 26S request for correction. In the email, state your name, PAN, and FD details. Attach all the evidence you just gathered, the incorrect Form 26S, screenshot your Form 16A certificate, and your bank statement showing the interest and TDS deduction. Clearly tell them they need to file a corrected TDS return Form 26Q for the specific quarter to fix the error. Be polite but firm. Make it clear the error is causing you to face a wrongful tax demand. This creates a paper trail and puts the ball squarely in their court. Then follow up relentlessly until they give you proof that they have filed the corrected return. Step 3, respond to the tax notice if you have one. If you have already filed and received that dreaded tax notice, you need to respond quickly, usually within 30 days. You can do this right from the e-filing portal. Log in and look for the rectification option under services. You can file a rectification request and choose the option for tax credit mismatch correction. This lets you report the correct TDS details. This is your way of telling the system your side of the story while you wait for the bank to fix their mistake. Attach a copy of the letter you sent to the bank as further proof that the error is not yours. Step 4, know your right. The law is your shield. This is the most empowering part. The Income Tax Act has rules designed to protect you from the exact situation. Remember this one. Section 205 of the Income Tax Act. This law is crystal clear. If tax has been deducted at source, the taxpayer cannot be asked to pay that tax again. It directly stops the tax department from demanding money from you that has already been cut from your income. On top of that, courts have consistently backed taxpayers in these cases. Multiple High Court rulings have established that the tax department cannot deny you credit or a refund just because of the mismatch in Form 26S, especially when you have your TDS certificate Form 16A has a proof. The courts have said that the responsibility falls on the tax officer to verify the details and the taxpayer should not be punished for the bank's mistake. So while it is incredibly stressful legally, you are on solid ground. You cannot be forced to pay the same tax twice. Look, this process can be a headache and sometimes it is best to call in a professional. If the tax demand is large or you are feeling overwhelmed, talking to a chartered accountant can be a huge help. They deal with these issues every single day. Also, if this video helped clear things up for you, please hit that like button. It really helps the algorithm show this important information to more people who might need it. Conclusion. Your financial health depends on being vigilant. A simple error by a bank can create a massive tax problem, but it is a problem you absolutely can solve. Let us quickly recap the key steps. First, always check your Form 26S and AIS against your bank records before you file your return. Second, if you spot a mistake, get on your bank's case immediately and demand they file a corrected TDS return. Third, remember that Section 205 of the Income Tax Act is your legal shield against being taxed twice. Do not let a bank's carelessness become your financial nightmare. Stay alert, document everything, and act fast. Make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell.